Welcome everyone, and what we're going to be talking about today is piggybacking on what we spoke about last time, which is it was our journey of getting help, and with that, Analia found Joel and Kathy's ministry first, and I was very resistant. She actually had a little post-it note on my computer screen, which had Joel and Kathy's web address, and she said, you need to look at this. And because I was having a tantrum and not wanting to listen to my wife and listen to her heart, I actually allowed that little post-it note to sit right here on the computer screen for over a month.
Yeah.
And I don't really know exactly what specifically got me to the point where I was open to hear what Joel and Kathy had to say. However, nothing short of a miracle. And Analia actually printed up an abbreviated version of their book, and I took a look at it, and we spent some time together at the beach reading it together. And the number one thing that I found that really hit me was a husband needs to go first in order to be Christ-like. And that hit me kind of like an arrow between the eye. And what that meant to me is that me as a believer, I love Jesus because he first loves me. And if I'm to be Christ-like and a Christ-like husband, that meant that I had to love Analia first, meet her needs, listen to her heart, and validate her feelings first in hopes that she would love me back. And isn't that the way we're supposed to pursue women in life? We're supposed to go first. We're supposed to ask them out on a date and hope they'll say yes. We're supposed to get on one knee and propose. We're supposed to say our vows first during the wedding and make those promises first. And then our wives, hopefully, after saying yes, give the vows back and so forth. Somehow that just really ended up a train wreck after we had gotten married, and I just completely lost it. And actually, I don't think it's that I wanted to be a bad husband. I don't think it was that I wanted to make your life miserable, my wife's life miserable, and our children's life miserable. I honestly believe, just like most other husbands, I was just clueless. I didn't know how to do it right. I thought I was a Christian. I thought I was a Christ-like man. I thought I was a Christ-like husband. However, what I learned, I was doing it under my terms. And if it's under my terms, it's kind of like a selfish love, not a selfless love. And what I had to learn is that it needed to be a selfless love.
And what Michael's kind of talking about that, pursuing a little bit earlier, I think a lot of times when you pursue something, you go after something that you don't have. And a lot of times in the dating relationship, that's exactly what is going on. It's taking place is a pursuit. A man typically pursues a woman and does everything he needs to do to attract her to him, establish a relationship. He takes her out, he compliments her, his face lights up anytime she walks into the room. He makes her feel really special and validated and cherished and loved, and that's what a woman says yes to when that man finally does propose to her. And the thing is, though, is once she says yes, once the vows are said and the ring is on her finger, it's like the pursuit's over. He has her, and he feels, I think, that he's kind of off the hook. He doesn't have to do all of those things that he did before. And the crazy thing is, guys, your wife still wants you to do that. She still wants you to pursue her. She still wants to feel cherished and special, not just on the day the two of you are married, not just on her birthday or anniversaries or any other special dates that the two of you may have together. She wants to feel special and pursued the way you made her feel when the two of you were dating all the time. And the thing is what ends up usually happening, and Michael and I, we've experienced this with ourselves, and and other couples we speak to, is typically what happens over time is anytime there's a little glitch in the marriage or it seems like it's hit kind of a lull, a wife is usually the one who is the first person in the relationship to run out and find a book on how to spice up the love life or how to fix the marriage in some way. She's usually the one to sign the two of them up for weekends away, marriage retreats, anything like that. And what happens is she's been doing this so much that eventually she gets so tired of doing that because she feels like her husband is not committed to the relationship in a real connected way. And what happens is she's initiating so much and then the husband becomes the responder, and God didn't design it that way. I mean,
so what does that make the husband if he's responding?
The woman makes the husband the woman. And guys, I
You
know
don't
you don't
wanna
like
be
to
that.
hear that. And it gets to be where the wife really, does wear the pants in the family. And if you really think about it, God created Adam first. He didn't create Eve first. He created Eve as a complement to Adam, as a helpmeet. He saw that Adam was alone and there was no suitable mate for him. And so he took from Adam and created a suitable mate for him. But if we look at it, Michael and I were just talking about this yesterday, God made Adam first. And in Ephesians 5:23, God calls a husband to go first and lay his life down for his wife. And usually what ends up happening in the marriage relationship, those old paradigms, is the wife ends up being the one to lay her life down and initiate and try and keep the marriage together. And when it's just not working, she just goes crazy and even loses it.
When the wife is looking for the solutions, she's pursuing her husband, he's not going to change.
Mm-hmm.
Annalie had done all those things with me. She had pursued counseling, she had pursued marriage workshops,
Mm-hmm.
weekends away, and with her doing all the work and all the changing, she could be the perfect wife and I still wouldn't change. See, the unique thing about it is we can't become the man that we need to be, the Christ-like man, the Christ-like husband, if our wife is doing all the work and doing all the changing. The only way we could get healed and permanently changed if we become the one who we're meant to be, and that's by aggressively and lovingly pursuing our wives to win their heart.
Yeah.
I needed to win Annalia's heart back. I needed to listen to her needs. I needed to not get defensive or offended or feel like she was judging me or rejecting or putting me down. She was just being my helpmeet. And we'll talk a little bit more about a wife and a wife being a helpmeet.
Mm-hmm.
However, what I had to do is allow myself and give myself permission to be the man I was called to be,
Yeah.
by meeting her needs, listening to her heart, and validating her feelings.
And going first.
Mm-hmm.
And being that one, to initiate that into the relationship. Because what that does is it puts the husband and the wife in the right place. The husband's the initiator, the wife's the responder. And when he does that, she does respond positively back to him. Now, in the beginning of getting your marriage restored, your wife may not respond to you positively because she's been hurt for such a long time. And that's going to take some work on your part, guys. It just is. And it's going to take work of you initiating healing, initiating a positive pursuit of your wife, initiating positive love into the relationship, initiating life into the relationship again. And she needs to see you doing that. And the more you do it, and the more she feels safe and secure in response to you, that initiating is going to become so much easier for you.
Yeah, so thank you for allowing us to speak with you a bit about our journey of looking for help, and the first thing that really hit us on our hearts was a husband needs to go first.
Absolutely.
So we have the resources that you need to learn and jumpstart your marriage miracle, just like ours. If we could do it,
anyone can do it.
Anyone can
100%. Thank you so much. And check out our website, for more resources at www.yourmarriagerestored.info. And we look forward to talking with you next Tuesday on Testimony Tuesdays.
God bless.
God bless. Bye-bye.